For more episodes of the Games4all podcast, check out our website, www.games4all podcast.com.
You can also follow us at twitter.com/Games4all, or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Games4all podcast.
The Games4all podcast is brought to you in association with HostGator. For all your web host needs, check out hostgator.com.
Hello and welcome to the Games4all podcast, episode 89. I'm your host James Craigie, and I'm joined by the lovely
Michelle Barry
and our special guest from across the pond.
Hey guys, it's Aaron.
Hey, nice to meet you. Well, I've already met you, but nice to have you here.
I haven't.
Well, yeah, this is Michelle's first meeting.
Yes, it's my first meeting.
Hello, Michelle.
Hi.
Even though we've already been talking for ages.
Yes.
So yeah, there's sort of a special reason why you're on the show. You're doing a bit of pre-season promoting.
Pre-season promoting because coming up this weekend is our 1-year anniversary for Underground Geek Network, and it's going to be our return. It's going to be our Season 2 starter, so we're going to be coming back in the fold, putting out more shows, so anybody who's missed us, it's time to pick us back up.
Awesome. So it's sort of a double whammy, or triple whammy, because we're guesting on the show as well.
Yeah. So we invited you guys to come on our show, so as long as you'll be able to make it and everything will work out, it'll be a heck of a show.
Yeah, Dan's coming away from his children to be on the show with us, so that'll be good.
Yes.
Looking forward to it, actually. Really, really looking forward to it. And, but I suppose we better get on with our show.
Go on then.
What have we been playing? Aaron, as you're the guest of honour, you may start.
I've been playing quite a few things. I want to run up too much at the front of your show here, but I've been playing Super Mario Land 3D. I just got that, started playing that, and it's a blast. I finally got around to playing Bastion because it went on sale on the Xbox Live Marketplace last week, which won't help anybody now because it's not on sale anymore. Yeah. But it's an awesome game, so if you can get that and play through that, I recommend it.
Well, it helped me because I bought it when it was on sale. I haven't played it yet, but I did get it on sale, so it's sat there waiting.
Don't make the mistake I made, because after you beat the game, there's a new game plus. When you start the game again, you get to a certain point where it's like, turn on these idols to make it harder. And I didn't read what they did. I was just like, well, it's kind of easy, so why not? Sure. I turned all of them on, and now I can't play the game at all. So I have to restart the whole thing because I can't make it out the door without dying.
That sounds pretty awesome, actually.
Not really. You should probably read what you're doing. That's my tip for the future.
Okay.
And then been playing a lot of Mass Effect 2 because getting kind of prepped for Mass 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm your brother in that. Yeah. That's exactly what I've been doing.
Let's see, last night I did the Kasumi, the DLC, so that was my first time doing that, and it was awesome. But I'm even going a step above because I'm playing on Insanity. Oh. So, and I'm going to be honest, I'm getting killed. I'm playing an Adept playing an Adept Shepherd. Yeah. So pretty much he dies from everything from stubbing his toe to getting hit in the face with a paper bag. So, I mean, it's not going well, I'll be honest. I'm getting killed left and right. But it's still fun, and I'm still planning on finishing it before Mass Effect 3 comes out.
Awesome. Yeah, you see, I'm not stupid enough to play it on Insanity. I'm not insane enough. See,
I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm really not. But I'm playing as a soldier, and it's just on normal.
I think that's how it's going to stay with you, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Played the first one as a soldier in normal and carrying the whole story through. But yeah, I'm hoping to get it finished for the demo next week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. So that's I'm hoping I get this finished before then, but I am not going to be disappointed if I don't, because it's Insanity. It took me 4 hours to get through Kasumi's DLC. I think it probably should take 1. So
yeah, I cleared Kasumi's in about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
and that's me knowing exactly what I needed to do as well. So yeah, but
yeah. And then just one more thing, I've been playing a lot of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and
I've not picked up the Ultimate yet.
It's good. I love all the new character additions, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good at it. I won't win any competitions, but it's fun. It's just good fun. So
Yeah, totally. I really enjoyed it, and I know Dan enjoyed it, but I think partially because he kicked my ass at it.
Yep. I was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, unless you're playing like the pro level, it's just kind of luck. It comes down to luck unless you really, really know what you're doing. So. Yeah.
But it's all good. It's all good. Michelle, what have you been playing?
Same old as like the last 2-3 weeks. Final Fantasy 13.
We can move on then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I've been playing. This game's been out for a little while now. The First Templar. I got around to playing the demo because I thought, I need to play something different to talk about on the show.
Well, how long did you last on it?
5 minutes. It is awful. Absolutely awful.
I didn't. I mean, I watched you play it, and no.
Have you heard anything about this, Aaron?
It's actually been out in the U.S. for quite some time now, and I saw like the trailer for it. I saw it on the shelf, and I did my best to steer clear of it.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that test for me.
Yeah, I just played the demo. That's as far as I was going. But, I was thinking, Templars, Crusades. I liked Assassin's Creed. I liked the first one. Play it from the other side. It's sort of an RPG. Could be a bit sort of Dragon Age-y. And it feels like an Xbox original game with just a little bit of spit and polish.
So it kind of makes...
More spit than polish.
It kind of makes you wish that Altair and Ezio would have killed all the Templars when they had the chance.
Yeah. The animations aren't good. The lip syncing is terrible. The characters, literally, they just flap their mouths and words appear. Words are there. They flap their mouths and words are there. Running is awful. It just seems bland. Character models are...
Not your cup of tea, then.
No. So, yeah.
So it should have been like a download arcade game at the most, like 800 points or whatever.
It should have been binned before completion. It just trashed. It's just there's no reason for it. No reason at all. And, I thought, I'll give it a go. I'll play it for an hour. And so after 5 minutes, I thought, 55 minutes, let's play some more Mass Effect. So that's what I did. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. A game I did enjoy, surprisingly, was Sonic Colors. I've been going through all like the Wii games that I bought and never got around to playing. Obviously, Sonic Generations came out a little while ago.
Yeah.
And that sort of had mixed positive reactions. But Sonic Colors came out on the Wii and DS a while ago, and it's sort of the first sort of cross between 3D, 2D gameplay.
I mean, I've never really played it, but I mean, when I first saw it, I think it reminded me of. You may think differently. I can't remember the actual name of it, but it was on the Nintendo 64. And it had Shadow in it. I can't remember what the name of it
Sonic
was.
Adventure 2?
I can't remember.
You sure it was the N64? Sure
yeah,
it wasn't the one after?
No, it's it's Nintendo 64.
Because Shadow had his own game.
Yeah, this is I can't remember them, but it was. I mean, I thought it was really, really good.
It's definitely one of the best sort of 3D Sonic games since Adventure.
Yeah.
And Aaron, you a Sonic fan?
It's a mixed bag when it comes to Sonic. It's hard to dive into Sonic and know which ones are good, which ones are bad. But you make your mistakes and you learn from them. So apparently this is one of the best ones, though, of recent years.
Of recent years, yeah, it's really good. It transitions well between 3D and 2D. The 3D portions aren't weird and uncontrollable.
Yeah.
The actual, I think you can, there's different ways of controlling it. If you have like the Wii gamepad, you can play it on that, but I just played it with the nunchuck and Wiimote, and it worked well. It was decent enough. Has a sort of a Mario-like hub world thing where you complete a level and then you can go on to the next one and you can go back and replay them, and it's all set nice. And I bash the Wii a lot for its graphics and not being in HD and all that, but a lot of the more recent games that I've played kind of really cater to it and really push it to its limit. And, you kind of don't notice the fact that it's not in HD. And that was definitely how I felt with Skyward Sword. And this, it's a nice looking game, controls well. It's a good Sonic game.
Yeah.
Is it the best game ever? Probably not, but it's a good Sonic game. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
So are you looking forward to the Sonic Episode 2?
I wasn't, because I didn't enjoy Sonic 4 Episode 1 that much. But, if they're fixing it for 2, they've kind of lured me in, you see. I'm one of these people who should have given up on Sonic the Hedgehog ages ago, but there's this little kid inside me who first played what we call a Mega Drive, but a Genesis, played the first Sonic the Hedgehog game and loved it, and loved all, like, the first 3 of them, and really want Sonic to be good. But,
Yeah, from the HD trailer I saw, it looks like they're going back to their roots. But then again, they've kind of promoted it that way before and kind of let us down, so...
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I will be at least trying the trial for it. So we'll talk about that when it happens. Maybe. But I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, not a very
No.
Not a lot.
No, definitely not from me.
Or me, to be honest. I think Aaron's had the most to say about what he's been playing.
Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit, so...
Yeah. Well, you see, he's had 2 months off to play plenty of games, so he has lots of stuff to talk about. Whereas, there's only so many hours in a week. But we'll come back in part 2, and hopefully it'll all carry on a bit from there. So join us in part 2, where we'll be talking about this week's gaming news. Welcome back to part 2 of Games4all podcast. We're going to talk about the news, and we're delighted to have Aaron's input on this, because, a pretty depressing story, so we're hoping he'll lighten the mood.
Lighten the mood.
Yeah, it's really going to perk me up for tonight.
So, Michelle, depress us all. Okay.
First story is more trouble at THQ.
Yeah, we've been following this story for a while. There was all that controversy about not having a 2014 lineup, and the restructuring and various things, and now they've just laid off a whole lot of people.
Oh dear.
So it's looking like they probably are in trouble.
Yeah.
But, which in some ways isn't so much of a bad thing, because they do make a fair few sort of licensed really crap games, but they have been coming out with a couple of really good games recently. And of course they've got Darksiders 2 coming up this year. But we're now kind of wondering, is that going to be the last one? Are they going to be around for much longer? Because even the CEO, Brian Farrell, he's taken a 50% pay cut.
Ouch.
But he's still making quite a bit.
Yeah. He's gone down from...
I mean, in any job, would you want to take a 50% pay cut?
No, definitely not. But I think he'll still be able to make his mortgage payment. So.
Yeah, well, he's gone down from $718,000 roughly to just over $359,000.
Oh, really? Is that not a lot?
Well, it's about $325,000 more than I get every year. So, he'll just have to,
I bet he's crying his eyes out right now, isn't he?
Carpool.
I'll send him a care package.
But to be quite honest, it's the 240 employees who got sacked.
Yeah, that's what
I feel sorry for.
About it.
They'll be crying their eyes out.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them will find other places to go to. I don't think it's too much of a problem, but it does suck just to be out of work, just be looking for work. It's like not a good time to be doing that. So,
No.
And it seems like I don't know exactly where this is coming from, like how they failed so hard that they had to do this.
The U-Draw tablet.
Oh, I do remember that now. That makes perfect sense. There you go.
Yeah, that monumental fail that cost them however many $100 million.
Way too much money into that. And that was for, the Xbox, the Wii?
Yeah. See, it did quite well for the Wii, and I thought, it does really well for the Wii. Let's put it on the other platforms. Let's put it on PlayStation, Xbox, and nobody touched it.
So pretty much it's not the employee's fault. It's just the company making horrible investments, and that's pretty much everybody has to suffer from that.
Yeah. So it's probably a good thing that they're restructuring the company and all this, and they're having this big restructuring, which obviously now we know involves sacking a whole lot of people.
Which had nothing to do with some of the executive decisions, probably.
No. But we'll see what the year brings.
This is actually kind of like another story where I don't know if you guys know who Future Entertainment is, but they do things like the OXM magazine over here, Xbox Monthly.
Oh, yeah.
And they do Games Radar, which is, aside from yours, one of my favorite podcasts to listen to.
Yeah.
But they just recently sacked about 15 or 20 employees, and they're kind of a small company to begin with anyway.
Yeah.
So they just took a hit too, and it seems like a lot of people are kind of cutting down like this time of the year. It's just that time of the year, I guess.
Yeah. The gaming industry, I think, is getting hit quite hard because a lot of studios are shutting now. A lot of games are getting cancelled and all that. I think we're probably going to see fewer but more of a more, how do I say this, of a higher quality game coming. I think that's kind of like the leaning forward to try and sort of keep it going until the economy sorts itself out.
It's kind of a strange phenomenon because the gaming industry overall as a whole, I think, is doing good.
Yeah.
But it's just random companies making horrible decisions that are running them into the ground, I think.
Yeah.
So that perked us up.
Move on to something slightly lighter. It's not so much about the game, Michelle.
Jack and Daxter Collection Digital at launch.
Yeah, it's not so much about Jack and Daxter. It's just kind of more of the leaning towards digital release dates, because time was that sort of releasing games digitally for download and all that was kind of the new thing, and it'll never take off, it'll never be a big thing, and then games came out at retail and then a couple of months later they'd be released online and people would buy them, and that's kind of, it is edging more towards the digital marketplace. So certain games now, I know the Metal Gear Solid collection, that's launched digitally on the PlayStation Network at the same time as retail release, and there was the Sly collection. There's a lot of the PS2 games at the moment, sort of the collection games coming out, but they're releasing at the same time. Do you think this is going to be like a big trend? Are more sort of major games going to come out digitally at launch?
I think it's a smart idea. I think if they're going to go for the spur of the moment people that buy it, especially with collections, like if it's stuff that they remember from kind of like their reminiscing, their nostalgia, like they're getting the people that are sitting there on their couch at night, maybe had a few, and they're like, I remember that, I'll buy it. You know? Yeah. So they're getting the money that way, like, and it's more likely they'll get those kind of people to buy it than like that person who's been drinking that night going out to the store and buying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it's right there, it's right in front of them, so they're more likely to do a impulse buy. So I think they're probably going to get quite a few purchases just from the ease of purchase on the network.
Yeah, you know? it certainly is that. I bought Shadow of the Colossus, which, like you said, it's sort of a reminiscing game that wasn't released at the same time, but when that was available, I saw it there and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get that. And boom, within an hour, it was downloaded, it was installed, and I was playing it and remembering how awesome the game was. And I think that's a good thing. And I think there have been various news stories about not so much the next generation, that's still going to have like retail copy discs and all that, but maybe the generation after that might be exclusively digital. So...
I don't know how I feel about exclusively digital, because I do like to have physical things in my hand.
Yeah.
To show that I own it, you know?
Yeah.
But,
have you heard the stories about, apparently with the next-gen consoles, you're not going to be able to buy second-hand games?
Yeah, I think... Well, I'm kind of up in the air about that, because I do like buying second-hand games, but... I completely see where the industry's coming from, because it does hurt companies for secondhand.
Yeah. I just think it's interesting. If you look at all like the arguments about it, it's always we, the consumers, who are arguing against it, and all the developers that are for it. And it's obviously it's because they're the ones who are going to benefit from it, and we're the ones who are going to sort of be out of pocket, so to speak. So there's a big sort of backlash with that, but you know. That's the world is changing, and making games isn't as cheap as it used to be. So they've got to try and get as much money as possible. And if that means going digital and doing DLC and stopping stuff like this, then you know, as long as good games still come out, I'll still play them. Simple as.
Yeah, and that's up to the game developers too. It's like if you make your games good, then people are going to buy them. You won't have to worry about secondhand purchases, really.
Absolutely.
You know. Yeah. But yeah, it's just these companies that are making mediocre games or really bad games that aren't making money because people just, you know, honestly, we just pick them up down the road when they're worth it.
First Templar, not even that.
Not even that.
Yeah. But you know, that was almost light-hearted, that story. So shall we delve more into Depression?
Okay, next story. Hawking will be free to play.
Okay, this might not actually be that depressing, because we hear a lot of stuff sort of going free to play because it's doing badly, like DC Universe Online went free to play a little while ago, and mostly sort of MMOs and online games and stuff. But obviously this is being developed by like a really small team of people. It's sort of an independent, almost an indie game. For people who have not seen it, it's a mech shooter, I think is the best way of describing it. Kind of like the old Mech Warrior games. You basically build your robot, you go around a huge arena, and you blow the shit out of other people's robots.
You know what it reminded me of? Chrome Hounds.
Yeah.
For Xbox.
Yeah.
But like better textures, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, the trailer, it looks awesome. It looked really, really nice. And I think the main selling point of why it looked nice is because they said right from the outset it's made by a very small team of people. Now, it's free to play. It's coming out 12th of December this year. Don't know whether it's going to be completely free, that you can just download it. I have a feeling it probably won't be. I think you'll still have to buy the game, but it's just playing it online afterwards will be free, in which case, you know, they're still going to make money from it. And I'd be tempted to pick it up if my PC could run anything in 3D. I have to admit, it struggles just starting up.
Yeah. That's why you're using my MacBook now for the podcast.
Oh yes, sexy, sexy MacBook. But that's not what the story is about. But no, I was kind of really impressed by Hawken, because back when I did have a good PC, back in the day, air quotes, Mech Warrior was a big sort of thing, building your robot and doing that, and it really reminded me of that. And it has that sort of old school sort of, oh yeah, I've played games like this before, but it looks really nice. So
yeah, we're about due for a good mech game too, because mechs haven't been relevant lately.
no,
We need it. We need a good comeback.
yeah. Having said that, with Netflix and everything been going on there, and they do have like Robotech and Macross cartoons on there, which is all kind of mechs, which is kind of cool. Bit of nostalgia there, because I used to watch those when I was very, very young.
Loving that Netflix, huh?
Yeah, loving it. It's awesome. Howard the Duck. That's all I ever want to watch on it. We haven't got around to watching it because you don't want to watch it, do you, Michelle?
No.
No. But it's awesome.
Yes. No. Yes. No.
That movie used to creep the hell out of me when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. So should I be watching it then?
Yeah. It's Howard the Duck, but it's the film that George Lucas disowned. So in that regard, it's probably really good, simply because
he hasn't changed.
His opinion of things is kind of bullshit. I went out there and said it. But this is a gaming podcast, and we're talking about Howard the Duck. Let's go on with next story, Michelle.
Okay, next story. Capcom has a revelation.
Yes.
Or a revelation.
Revelation,
yeah.
Revelation.
Yeah, it's a embarrassing typo on the cover, on the spine of the case for Resident Evil Revelations.
That's got to be a pretty big cock up to...
Yeah, they spelled Revelations wrong.
And the thing is, though, it's not just something that's printed once, is it?
No, it's across the whole batch.
So,
it's everywhere.
How does your spell check not catch that?
Well, that's what I was saying. I was saying before the show started, we were going through the stories. It's kind of like this huge franchise. Capcom put a lot of money in it, and it's a big sort of money seller. Surely they can afford some guy to just sit there and look at the covers and say,
but that's the thing, though. I mean, I think you've said it before, like with the whole, work and everything. You get people that check things, and you're gonna get people that are gonna miss things. So
Yeah, but this is a pretty big thing to miss.
Yeah.
I know. But the thing is,
You type Revelating in Google and it says, "Did you mean Revelation?"
see, that's what I think that would be. You can't just get one person sitting there going, "Yep, that's fine. Yep, that's fine." Because one of these days it's going to go, oh, fuck it, that's fine. Just let it go, it's fine.
Oh, do you have a feeling that somebody might have clicked add instead of replace?
Probably.
But, yeah, so Capcom fully aware of this, very red-faced, very embarrassed, but they are fixing it. They're bringing out new inserts, and anybody who bought a copy of the game is entitled to a free insert with the correct spelling. But
Well, good news for the fans. I think this will make their copies worth more money in the future.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
There you go.
That's one
This
plus
is-
side, yeah.
What I was saying, if I had it, I would keep it because it's part of gaming history.
Look on eBay.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think it'll be worth much now. I think you'll get it for normal price now, but
Yeah.
20 years down the line, we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, last
Okay,
story.
last
This
story.
is probably
The
gonna.
last of the depressing stories.
Yeah, this is hilarious as well.
Okay, BioWare to fix error-laden novel.
Yes.
Another error.
Yeah. Mass Effect obviously is a huge franchise, huge IP. It's spread into lots of things like comics, which I have said in the past that I didn't like, though I have read a couple more, and they're getting all right. It's kind of a big universe, and the novels have been quite a big thing. There's been 4 major novels released. First 3 written by Drew Karpyshyn, who was the lead writer for the games before he went on to the Old Republic. This new novel is written by William C. Dietz, though, and it's all wrong.
He apparently did not do his homework at all.
It looked like he kind of got the original design brief from the first game and kind of based everything off that, not realising how much everything had changed and evolved, and there was a in the part, it's the Wikia page, the Mass Effect wiki. They have like this huge community there, and they kind of build all this thing and build the universe, and it's probably one of the best wikis I've seen. And they were really impressed because I think one of the writers said how they used the wiki to check stuff from their own game, and the community really, really loved this. And then this game came out, and it kind of completely smashes all the canon and everything, and it creates conflict and all that, and they were like really, really upset by this. So they did an open letter to BioWare saying, look, we're not expecting you to fix it, we're not expecting you to apologise, but can you at least say it's not canon so we don't have to bust our asses correcting all the wiki and contradicting ourselves?
Which is pretty much the ultimate shoot down for BioWare.
Yeah, but to BioWare's credit, they've said, we see what you're getting at, we'll fix that, we'll bring out a new edition of it, we'll rewrite the book.
Yeah, because there's some errors in there where it's pretty much a huge error. The only way you can fix it is to rewrite entire scenes.
Yeah. I mean,
then there's a lot of nitpicking too. But there's some pretty large errors where, I mean, you sent it to me, James. They're kind of like their list of errors,
and it's a pretty comprehensive list.
Yeah, it's a pretty comprehensive list. I think it's
a few errors, and it's like 6 or 7 pages later, you're like, holy shit. How the fuck did this get through quality control? It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's like you didn't even play the game or anything.
No.
Anybody that played the game would have known this.
Yeah.
So.
And, good on them for sort of fixing it for the fans. Bad for all the people who went out and bought the book originally, who now need to go out and buy a revised copy, which isn't crap, but, much like the Resident Evil Revelations, this might be worth something.
So I think I'm probably going to go see if I can track myself down a copy.
Yeah, I'm tempted. I'm not going to read it, ever, but...
Yeah, it'll sit on the shelf.
Yeah, it'll sit on the shelf. It'll be it'll be something to laugh at in the future. But you know what? I think you're right, Aaron. It was a fairly depressing news week this week. I'm going to have to be more lighthearted next week.
Glad you brought me on board for it.
Yeah. So yeah, we're all off to shoot ourselves. If we manage to decide that there's something worth living for, you may see us in part 3. We'll be talking about the chart and this week's releases. Welcome back to part 3 of the Games4all podcast. We are still joined by Aaron Teague of the Underground Geek Network.
I made it through.
Yeah. We pulled it together. We decided,
we had a little cry and
we got Mass Effect 3 coming up. We can't end it now.
Absolutely. So this is the part where we talk about the UK sales chart.
Yes.
Do you know the US sales chart, Aaron? Do you know sort of what's big at the moment? So you can do a comparison thing. This will be interesting. This will be good. Anyway, Michelle, you're up.
Okay.
We can bond. Let's go.
All right. So at number 10, it's Saints Row the Third. At number 9, it's Just Dance 3. At number 8, it's The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. At number 7, it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. At number 6, it's Assassin's Creed Revelations. At number 5, it's Soul Calibur 5. At number 4, it's FIFA 12. At number 3, it's Battlefield 3. At number 2, it's Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. And at number 1, it's Final Fantasy 13 2. Excellent.
I can't do it. I don't have the vocal range to pull that off.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that's up there. I'm surprised that Assassin's Creed Revelation's sticking on there at 6.
Yeah, it sort of yo-yos up and down.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad to see that FIFA 12 is finally off the top spot. So.
Yeah, do you enjoy the FIFA over in the States?
Yeah, it's on our list. It's probably number 8 or so on our list. It's still high up there. A lot of people, you'd be surprised how many people are on board for FIFA around here.
Yeah.
But I don't know, with it being Super Bowl weekend last weekend for us, which is our football, which I don't care about, but I imagine Madden was higher up on the list than FIFA, but they're both kind of neck and neck.
Yeah, I think we've had Madden on the list once last year.
Yeah. I remember that.
That's surprising.
I think most of it because we still have sort of US Air Force air bases over here. A lot of them like football, obviously. So, or there could be. Well,
I was born off one of those. So
that's awesome. Yeah, that's a good point. You are in fact British, so you're not our American correspondent at all.
Do you call it?
You're fake.
Do you call
I'm a spy.
Football or soccer?
He calls it soccer.
What do you prefer?
It depends on if I'm messing with someone or not. So. It depends on if I throw my fake British accent, which, according to you guys, is horrible.
Yeah. But
I try. It sometimes works with the ladies around here. Sometimes it doesn't. So there you go.
Well, apparently we're all sexy over there with our bad teeth and.
Unless you're Austin Powers.
Tea-drinking people.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that.
That's how they refer to you, tea-drinking people. Tea drinkers. They call you tea drinkers.
Yeah.
Well, you see, we know how to make a good cup of tea. We don't all throw it in the river. Sorry, that was bad. That was in very poor taste. I'm sorry. I have my little racist outbursts. I do apologise. There's no offence meant. Oh, and Michelle's got the stick out ready to hit me. Right. Aaron's gone strangely quiet, and I'm worried where that's going to go. You cool, Aaron?
Oh, it's all water under the bridge. That was so long ago.
I think he suddenly just went, oh my god.
I have that effect on people. But anyway, this week's releases.
There's more than one.
Yeah, there is more than one. We're in full swing now.
Let's go.
We're getting... This is the bit where I fuck up. Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. That's on 360, PS3 and PC. That's the action RPG from EA and various other, I think it's 3-8 something studios.
Didn't you play, you played demo?
I played the demo of that. I actually really enjoyed it. More than I thought I would. I thought, I'm playing it for the Mass Effect 3 extras, but I ended up kind of... Because I knew you play the demo, you play through the story bit, you unlock armor for Mass Effect 3, and then you have 45 minutes where you can do what you want. And if you play through all of that, you get a gun. And I was initially doing it for that. But I got so into it that when the end came, I was kind of shocked by it. I was like, oh, really? I actually wanted to play a bit more. So, yeah, I will probably be getting this week to see how it goes. Darkness 2 coming out on 360, PS3, and PC. Sequel to.
You really enjoyed this, didn't you? You played.
Yeah, I played the demo. I fucking loved this. I enjoyed the first one, but I never had a chance to really get into it. Yeah. So I know Dan has the first one. He's going to lend it to me, and I am going to play it at some point. But probably the second one as well, because I know he's got it and he's been playing the second one.
I'm still weary of this because I hated the first one. Just not the story, but just how slow the character was.
Yeah,
it was painful. It was the most painful experience I've ever had playing a game, I think.
It's kind of sort of the slow menacing through the shadows, but still, it was quicker to like turn into this little thing that scrabbles along the ground. But no, they've fixed that in Darkness 2. You can sprint. That's the selling point right there. Darkness 2, this time you sprint. Should be the subtitle.
And I think I'll be holding that button down the whole time.
Yeah. Game that I think you've had for a while now, Catherine, on 360 and PS3.
Yeah, we've had that for quite a while, and a lot of people like it. And did you guys get the collector's edition?
No, I don't think so.
Just the regular one, because we got boxers and a pizza box.
It's sort of a
good times.
Sexually charged puzzle adventure, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really anime influenced.
Yeah. Michelle's like, what? And then you say anime, and she's like, ooh.
Which explains why I haven't really played it, but I imagine some people here at UGN might enjoy that. So
I'm looking forward to the Studio Ghibli game that's coming out.
Oh, yeah. Ni no Kuni.
Yeah.
But that's not coming out this week. What is coming out this week, and probably the best game on the list, Mario and Sonic at the London Olympic Games on 3DS. Boy!
Which you can actually get a demo of that right now on the Nintendo, whatever you want to call it, virtual thing. Shows how much I use it. But they have a demo there. They have a demo of that, and they have a demo of Revelatin. Resident Evil Revelatin.
Cool.
So, there you go.
So, Mario and Sonic, it's a weird one. Because that's always like, when you're a kid, back in the 16-bit generation, it's like, oh, who would win a fight, Mario or Sonic? And now, fast forward to like, what, 2007, 8, or whenever they started teaming up for these Olympic Games, you can now play sports together.
Where you can play Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers, yeah. Smash Brothers is awesome. But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of sports games. To be fair, I'm not a huge fan of sports. But, you know, I imagine people like this. I know kids love it. And if it gets them active, and, you know, it throws little old Blighty into the worldwide stage.
Yeah. They're seeing their favorite characters doing things that are active and makes them feel like they should be active, then there you go. Mission successful.
It's when Mario starts getting racially abused and told to go back home. That's when you know you're in London. But, yeah, that is the releases. There's quite a lot coming out, and I think there's even more next week. It's kind of like in full flow. We're over that quiet period now, and I think the games are coming. There will be another quiet period towards the middle of the year, I think, but, you know, that's it. Well, we got through the show.
After that.
Slightly more depressed, than we were at the beginning, but...
If you want to listen to some more light-hearted episodes, you can check us out on www.games4allpodcast.com. We've got all our episodes, everything's on there. That's kind of like the central hub. But that also links to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Games4allpodcast. Our Twitter's on there, which is @Games4all.
Yep.
If you want to email us, you know, you can do that.
And have a go at James.
Have a go at me. Boo, hiss, whatever. That's podcast@Games4allpodcast.com. Remember, the 4 is a number. What is it, Aaron?
Very important. The 4 is a number.
Yeah. You can also subscribe to both our channels on iTunes, our audio and video episodes. Everything's up there. All the good stuff is at the top.
Yeah, which I think if they look up you guys, then they'll see us.
Absolutely, they will. And who are you?
We are, I am from Underground Geek Network. We have our Twitter, the U Geek Network, where the U is a what, James?
The U is a letter.
There you go. And we have our email at undergroundgeeknetwork@gmail.com. We also have our Facebook. Just search Underground Geek Network on Facebook and see our kind of like our community group that we have there, where we always talk about things, and we have posts and stuff, and everybody can feel free to contribute and share. And we have our website at undergroundgeeknetwork.com, where we pretty much cover everything geeky. Have our podcast coming up, which you guys are welcome to be a part of. So hopefully you can make it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's coming up this weekend, and it'll probably be crazy and out of control and really lighthearted. So there you go.
Okay, it'll make a nice change to this week's show.
Not entirely, depressing.
Yeah, so if you're depressed, we'll perk you up.
You know what? Right now, I feel like I need a drink, and I have a feeling I'll probably carry on drinking right until we start recording on Sunday with you guys. So
sounds like a plan.
That'll be fun. And provided I'm not kind of drunk and abusive, it'll be good. No promises, though.
It's okay. I edit the show, so there you go.
Oh, awesome. And that's it for this week's show. We'll be back next week with hopefully some more light-hearted news. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Aaron, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We have been Games4all, joined by Underground Geek Network, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Later.
For more episodes of the Games4all podcast, check out our website, www.games4allpodcast.com.
You can also follow us at twitter.com/Games4all, or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Games4all podcast.
The Games4all podcast is brought to you in association with HostGator. For all your web host needs, check out hostgator.com.